Hey volunteers, I'm going to go through the next box of curriculum for toddlers. What happens is the toddler room gets one of these boxes. They have it for a month, and when that month is up, it'll move to the 3-year-old classroom. When the 3-year-old classroom is done, we store it. There are 5 lessons in all, and we did them out of order, although not necessarily out of order, but out of order according to the way the book is set up. Because we're in the middle of creating each box before the toddler room gets it. So once we have all 5 boxes created, we'll just restart them. So you're looking at 5 months of learning something different, and then we start over again. So this one is God is good, and we're beginning to talk about God is good all the time, using clocks. Children can play with these, they can touch them, they can hold them, they can carry them around, as long as they make it back in the box by the end of the hour for the next hour. We have puppets with emotions. We do have a puppet stand. We are certainly willing to bring it down for you to use, but I need to hear it from the teachers, the main teachers who are in the room, if they'd like to have it in the room for the month. If not, there's plenty of things to do to make little puppet stands throughout your classroom. So we have puppets, we have little dolls that can also represent friends and families as we make our way through the book. We have these Velcro faces, and then we also have extra pieces with the bag. I still need to get a doctor's kit for this box. We currently do not have one of those, but we do have one of those in the classroom. So if you think to pull it out, that would be great. You could pull it out and use it during that section of the story. So God is good. You can go through this story all at once. If your children are sitting and listening, feel free to go through this story all at once. Although if you don't have their attention, stop when they're done. I think at this age, as far as the 3-year-olds, they should be able to sit for 5 to 10 minutes. I'd push for that 10 minutes. Again, never forcing a child to sit and listen, but the more you're intrigued with the lesson and the more creative you teach it, the more you're going to draw them into listening. So we're talking about God is good when you're happy. Have them make a happy face. What makes you happy? Give them examples. Candy makes me happy. Seeing grandma makes me happy. God is good when we are sad. Can we make a sad face? What makes you sad? What makes me sad? When mommy goes away. But she always comes back. And then we make a scared face. Oh goodness, what makes you scared? Thunder, dark, things that the kids can associate with. Don't overshare too much about yourself, because usually we're coming at it from an adult perspective, but get into this little one's heads and know what a 2-year-old is afraid of. Loud noises, big sounds, lightning, thunder, those kind of things. This little boy is sick. When we get sick and feel bad, God is good. This is the time to pull out that doctor kit if you'd like. Talk a little bit about seeing a doctor when you're sick. Sometimes doctors make us scared, but sometimes they make us happy. They make us feel better. Talk about the picture a little bit. You can see where the zebra is. Certainly that's not the center of certainly that's not the center of the lesson, but it certainly will draw them back in if you lose their attention for a time. This particular page talks about when you're playing outside with your friends. God is good. These kids are having fun. And then we look at their smiles. They're having fun. And then we find Zoe, the zebra, again. We move on to praying. This is a good lesson to stand on its own, possibly. You have a whole lesson on prayer. We look to put more into this box, but this is a great beginning to this particular lesson. You do have these extra books, the first book of emotions for toddlers, and then you do have the flip book for feelings. So it goes a little bit more in depth to just happy, sad, scared. It'll go into what does it look like to be shy. Of course, you have your general happy. Nervous is a new one for these children, possibly. Jealous. So you can certainly go through the flip book. I don't know that I would let the flip book be something that's passed around in the classroom throughout the morning. Keep that one with you as the teacher. Then we conclude with family. God is good. He is always good. With brothers and sisters. And then we talk about the Bible. I know the Javik room still needs a Bible. I will be sure to have one here for you on Sunday. The Toddler room has a Bible. It's that wonderful, colorful one. I would always have that with you when you're going through this box, because that's the center of what we do. All of these big God truths come from the Bible. So while this is one video for the whole lesson, again, you can break it up. Feel free to break it up each Sunday. Again, you have this for a whole month. When the month is up, we go to a new box. So 5 lessons in all, and this is one of 5. Hopefully that helps. If you think of any other things that creatively would fit in this box and make for more learning for these children, more hands-on, certainly let me know. Also, another thing is there is a color sheet that goes with the lesson. You'll always have this in your box curriculum color sheet drop-down folder. We'll also provide you with the lesson curriculum, because these children are kind of in the middle of knowing some of the lesson. They're the 3-year-olds, so they're going to kind of get a mix between the big box lesson and the curriculum. So feel free during the Christmas season anyway to talk about the birth of Christ. And we'll always set up things in your classroom to help you with that. The nativity scene, of course, some of the Christmas decorations and Christmas things that they're already seeing in their own homes. We do have the nativity felt board that is fun to interact with, that will also begin to share the story of Christ's birth. And then we also put books in our library that will also talk about the lesson. So hopefully this helps. Any questions, let me know.